Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Okay, I have had the distinct privilege of being able to associate with some very ordinary people who have extraordinary musical talents here in Winnipeg. All local people from Winnipeg and surrounding area. And yeah, it's garbage day. It's okay. A noisy truck. It kind of, I don't know, should I reshoot this? No, let's continue on here. Anyway, they just celebrated their 50th anniversary of having a concert twice a year. I went last night. It was good again. The reason I got interested in it is because my wife sang in that until her Alzheimer's kicked in. I can still remember the first time that she didn't want to go. It was kind of surprised me. I think it was before she was actually diagnosed with Alzheimer's. She said, I don't like the songs. But I think what was happening was she was losing her ability to, I don't know, read the music or whatever. That was sad. That was the beginning of her end, you might say. Anyway, we won't talk about that or I'm going to start crying. Anyway, I do remember the first concert I went to after Mary died. It was really hard because I kept sort of seeing her up there in the choir. Yeah, anyway, we weren't going to talk about that anymore, were we? Anyway, one of the viewers here in Winnipeg reminds me of when this thing is coming up. And thank you, Daniel. If you hadn't reminded me, I might have not been able to see it. Okay. Enough about concerts. What are we going to do today? Well, I think I'm going to take and try and do this little photo etch piece here. The photo etch E15, and I do believe we're supposed to make 2 of these, aren't we? There is 2 of them on the sheet here, but I'm not seeing anywhere where it says make. Oh yeah, sure there is. They're just separate. Instead of saying make 2, they've got photo etch 16 and photo etch E15. Okay, that makes sense because they are different. They're mirror image to each other. I thought that because they're mirror image, you just bend one way and the other way. But if you bend, I like to bend towards the folding line. I find that the photo etch piece bends easier, and in other words, the breaking on it is more square. It's not so rounded. Anyway, I know what I'm trying to say, but you have no clue. Maybe I should reshoot this opening scene here. What with the garbage truck going by and me being a little convoluted in my opening. No, it is what it is. It is what it is. You don't like the way I do my show, and if I irk you, don't watch. Okay, yeah. It's not getting better. It's getting worse, isn't it? Okay, yeah. Let's do that. Let's get these. These are actually quite big pieces. It's part of a platform, and I think we might do well to do a little bit of soldering once we get the railing bent up. I'm just looking at this and thinking out loud here. That's probably all we're going to get done today. Now it's gray, and they're predicting rain until about 3 o'clock this afternoon. So I was just out a while ago when the garbage truck went by the other way, and I brought my garbage bins back in. I was thinking, gee, do I want to go out on the bike today? And I was thinking the answer to that is no, I don't. He was kind of raw out there. Let's recompose here and get these pieces of photo etch. We do have to paint this stuff. We're actually working on this module here. It's kind of fun to be able to make this boat in what I refer to as mini modules. Instead of always having to have the whole thing spread out on the table here, you can make it in little sections, kind of like the way we did the submarine, remember? And it seems to me when we did, what was it? Was it the Bismarck or one of the others? It was sort of that way, but the modules were a lot bigger. Okay. I would imagine that probably in the next hour or less, we're going to have Missy the dog come by. So we are ready for Missy the dog. Right now, my outdoor temperature says 0.5 degrees Celsius. Well, this is not freezing, but sure felt like freezing when I went outside. I haven't checked for the walkers. If they came by and I happened to have spotted them later on today, I will have probably put them overhead. That's the way I do it lately. Seems to work out best for me. Okay, let's continue on and get going here. And once again, thank you, Daniel, for reminding me. Yeah, let's get going. Okay, this is the first time we're using this sheet. So I'm just going to take off one layer. I like to leave the, I guess you might call it the bottom layer of plastic, because it helps hold the part from pinging off into oblivion when you cut it out. Not so much the bigger ones, the bigger pieces, but some of these pieces are very, very small. I do this slowly because I don't want to have something catch and get yanked crooked. That's one nice thing about photo etch, is that if you do bend it out of shape, you can generally bend it back. Not as good as it would have been before, but okay. So we've got this side is removed and this side is still on. So okay, now we need this piece and this piece. Now, I'm wondering if it's maybe time to sharpen this thing again. I find that if I'm very careful when I cut these, it requires no filing. I can generally, remove all of the tab without having a little, I don't know what you call it. I think I'm getting it there. Swing it around here now. Wonder if maybe that one I tried to nip just a little bit too close. Oh, I heard a door slam. Yeah, Missy the dog is on her way for her constitutional. So, okay, now do I have all the connections here? Let's just see here. Be very, very careful. Okay, this one is going to fold up, probably in this direction, so it doesn't matter if we're bending it that way already. Maybe I'll put my blade this way because I think it's digging into the plastic on the other side, which is supposed to be a help, not a hindrance. Did I miss one here? Maybe did maybe I missed this one. I thought I got it. I got it now for sure. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I guess I'd missed one. All right, we are loose. Okay, now I better keep an eye on the my surveillance monitor here, or we are going to miss you-know-who.
We stuck up on you today.
Yeah, well, I did see you coming. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Oh, Missy, you gotta stay with me for a minute here, huh? Here we go. Yeah, well, what a good girl you are. Well, we went into Little Amber Bassos Park, and there was a green kid's soccer ball. And I wasn't thinking, and I gave it a good kick, and she took off like a rocket. And then because she was on the leash, I had to race across the yard behind her. And I kicked the ball again. We went up and down the park 3 or 4 times, me running as fast as I could, and I wasn't really out of breath, so maybe the supplements are working.
Oh, that's good.
I was reading that if you're over 65, your hemoglobin levels will tend to lower all by themselves, and you need to take supplements like iron, folate, and B12, but you don't have to take them when you're 20, you know?
Well, we're not 20 anymore, that's for sure.
I hope the supplements work, because I don't know what the hell else I could do if they don't. Well, and today is election day.
Yes, I'm going to be following that tonight. It's going to be exciting.
I was looking at polling. Somebody's outside a polling station in Nova Scotia, and we're not 1.5 hour lineups, you know. People were dribbling in 1 or 2 at a time. There are no lineups to speak of. Kind of gives you the feeling that all the people that were going to vote have already voted, but we'll see.
Either that or people think, what's the use in voting, because we sort of know what the outcome is going to be. Missy, I got a report about you that you're not eating your breakfast because I'm giving you too many treats. So oh, she just ignores me.
Well, she used to eat 2 meals a day, and she mostly only eats 1 meal a day now. One day went by, she didn't eat anything.
Too many dog treats at Uncle Ron's. Is that what it is? Huh?
She's going to be offered food tomorrow afternoon because she goes to the VET tomorrow to get her some heartworm medication and about 6 months worth of tick medication. You know that stuff?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's amazing how that works. It kills the tick, but it doesn't kill the dog.
Thank you for your kindness, Uncle Ron.
Well, thank you for coming, Missy. Thank you for coming.
I'll see you this afternoon. Remind me this afternoon how you can transfer funds at the bank without needing the password or the code on the other end.
Yeah.
Rainey was asking me about.
Oh, okay.
So you don't have to have a secret question.
Yeah, well, I think yours is already set up that way, isn't it?
But I wanted to ask you how to do it.
Okay, we'll check it out.
Okay.
Bye, Missy.
It's miserable.
It's really cold.
Cold, wet.
It's almost freezing. Almost. Yeah, it's almost freezing out there. You know that the temperature is actually going down in the last hour. Missy the dog. Missy the dog. Okay. Now, we were nipping off photo etch here. We already got one piece. Let's see if we can get the other one. Yeah, I think I got all the tabs. I guess once again we'll soon know, won't we? I guess when there's a large surface like this stuck onto the other side, maybe that would be the time that it is not a good idea to only remove one sheet, or you know. Okay, that one's loose. It's basically loose. There we go. All right, we got two of them. Now let's see if we can bend them the right way. Okay, we'll see how this is going to work here now. It could be that I would be better off just trying to use the bending pliers, but let's just see. Okay. Okay, we got that angle at 90 degrees. No, this one here has to, this section right here, it has to go right there. So we have to bend this. Let's see, can I use the bender here for that? Or am I going to end up wrecking something? You know, I think I would be better off. See, I want to be able to grab it like, yeah, I almost need to have the bender up higher so that I can swing this around. I think I'm going to maybe try and bend these with the bending plier here. Just grab hold of it. Maybe I'm better off just prying it over like this. Oops. I think my problem is I'm trying to have the fun of doing this on camera. be a mistake. Now this one should go back like this. Whoops. I don't hear any whoopses here. I got my rail bent the wrong way. And then this one here goes the other way. If I can get it basically bent. Okay, I'm going to have to take this up and hold it up where I can see it here, because it's just too awkward. My angles are just completely wrong here to do this laying on Andy's bender. Okay, probably everybody saw what was happening except me. I was bending this railing the wrong way. I didn't notice that I had the other one bent down. I was bending this one up. Then when I tried to bend this one up so it would match, I thought, well, that's not no problem. I'll bend the other piece wrong too, because it is mirror image. So now what I've got is I'm going to have to try and solder this railing on this edge right here. Would have been so much easier had I done it right the first time. I'm going to have to rig up a bit of a jig to hold this down. Probably the holder downer just laying on the railing here. Where's the holder downer? Okay, something like this, just to hold it down while I solder it in place. Yeah, that should work. And then put a heat sink on it so that when I solder this railing in place, this does not let go. But you know what? I want to call her quits here today. This is. I'm not discouraged. I'm just sort of mad at myself. Yeah, I'm going to call her quits here. Thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.